and welcome back once again to Organic Cardboard. My name is Owen Kniep, and today I am very excited to get to open up my second edition of Oathsworn. I don't know if this is actually a second edition. This is the second printing. This came last night, and I was very patient and waited until I had time to actually do an unboxing video so that I could do this on camera for you guys. But Oathsworn was a very well received game that I think came out sometime last year, and they did the second printing. I think it finished right at the end of the year, or maybe that's when my payment went through. Was middle end of December, somewhere around there. And so it's been less than a year. It's September now. I had to think about it. September now. So 9-10 months away. We weren't backing a brand new game. We're just backing a print, like a new print of a game that was already very successful. They're again really well received. The company itself has kind of garnered a lot of respect from the backers, from the original Kickstarter or GameFound. I think I paid for this on GameFound. I don't know if the original was on Kickstarter or not. But they dealt with all of those shipping woes that we had during all of the COVID era, and were very upfront about all their costs, and kind of had to come back and ask for more money, and then they were able to work it around where they didn't have to ask for as much money, or they might have, I don't remember if they got it completely cleared out. So it was really well done for them to do that. The way that they handled it was probably one of the better ways that anybody did handle it during the whole COVID experience of shipping woes. So Shadowborn Games, they are doing pretty good right now, and I'm going to go ahead and quit rambling on, and I'm going to get these boxes cut open. So I got the all-in pledge, I guess, collector's all-in pledge. Honestly, it's one of those things where you tend to back these things and then you kind of forget about them because they usually, I just plan to be like, oh, maybe in a couple years I'm going to have a nice surprise at the door. I wasn't really expecting this to come in as quick as it did. I kind of forgot about it again, and then I went looking up to see what the Kickstarters were that were going to be coming out at the end of this year, and I came across this and I was like, oh wow, that's actually coming really soon. And then next thing I know, it was already at my doorstep before I even noticed my shipping email. So that was really nice. But let's go ahead and cut open the big box here and see what we got in it. Now, if they had any kind of, I don't think they had neoprene stuff for this. Maybe they did. I usually back off on backing that. But this one I think came with everything that they had to offer. So it has some extra stuff that I don't always back. I don't always back the metal coins. I don't usually back dice trays and things like that, but I think it all came together with this anyway, so why not? I think it was a better deal for me to get the all in and all together than to not. So let's see what we got here. So we have the Armory. Now, one of the main reasons why it's funny, this box is just overtaking this whole space. I'm going to put this off to the side a little bit. Wow. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to get this game, why I thought that it looked really cool, was that they have miniatures that you can get for the game. I think there's a version of this game that doesn't have miniatures, but the miniature component was really neat because they have ways for you to switch out the different weapons and things that you pick up with your actual character, so you can pop things off and put new things on. So this is the armory for the I guess just a bunch of the different kind of pieces that can swap out for the different weapons and things that you can find. And this is probably one of the last big campaign games that I'm planning to back for quite some time. The Secret Box. says you may open this box. So yeah, a secret box. I remember they had quite a bit extra stuff that came with their original backing. I think they gave you a little bit of additional stuff with this one versus what the original one had in it. But yeah, like I was starting to say, these campaign games get huge. And like I back Monster Hunter, I back Primal, I've got Iridia that's going to be coming sometime, hopefully early next year. That one's probably not going to be too huge, but all these games, Frosthaven, things like that, they take up a lot of space, and they're really hard to get through. It's kind of like one of those early adopters to the hobby kind of issues, and you get into these campaigns, and they all look really pretty. You want all that stuff, and then you realize it's just mostly sitting on your shelf. But I am very excited to get this one out, even more so than Frosthaven. So I think this is going to be really neat. So we got some bags, cloth bags, quite a few cloth bags for various things. Let's see, let's just pull these out and kind of start making the mess that's going to be this table for the next little bit. So, Witch, Priest, Penitent. So these are different classes, I believe, that you can get and use. They must have. I've not really gone through what all how Oathsworn plays, not into the specifics. So I'm imagining these are like bags of things that you're going to be drawing, little draw bags that you're going to use for each of your characters. I've got a nice little felt bag here too for some of the, I don't know what, some of the bigger components that might be being used. We did get some fancy dice that came with this version as well. So we've got, yeah, just some nice frosted dice. Glittery dice that have red, black, and yellow. I believe these were like upgraded from the original set of dice that came with the game. I don't know if that'll maybe that'll focus. This top camera is not the best for focusing in on this stuff, but yeah, nice dice. You know, nothing's too special. They're D6s, and it looks like they don't even have all of their faces like colored either. Some of them are blank. We'll put those off to the side. We've got some coins. So these are metal coins that came with it. They almost look plastic when you look at the outside of them, but they certainly feel like metal. They're very, very light metal, well printed though. They've got a nice, let's see, this, yeah, they're pretty well printed. Nice, like relief coming off of them. Very clearly marked. Very light metal though. They literally almost feel like plastic in my hand. They're so light. The only way you can really tell is they clink together. So, you must be using like aluminum or something. So let's see what else we got here. Spoiler warning. So I'm not going to open this as a map pack. I think this might have been one of the other like extra things that I didn't really need that just came with the all-in that happened to come together. So I'm not going to open that just yet. That's another thing that honestly don't like being pushed into buying these, but it's just like a little art book or something that came with it. It's kind of one of those things that they'll stick them in those all-ins, and like sometimes the discount that you get for getting the all-ins worth it to just get everything. But it also means that you're paying for that thing that you didn't really need, and you could have had a more tailored all-in, but you know, sometimes you just gotta take what they offer. So these look like the dice trays. A dice tray anyways. So this is really nice. This feels like leather. I don't know if it's actually leather. Actually feels quite a bit like leather though. So if it is fake leather, it's pretty well done. But yeah, just a nice little, you know, fold down dice tray. Does its job. Looks really nice. Feels really nice. I think it'll be a nice addition to everything else that is going to go along with this game. Okay, so we've got the train box here. I'm going to open those here in a minute. I'm just going to set that off to the side. I'm going to get this big box emptied so I can just get it out of the way. This feels like the actual game. Okay. Got all the silly small stuff out of the way that was sitting on the top. Yes, let's go ahead and pop open the game here. Well, this portion of it looks like it's going to be fairly well condensed for how big this game is. I know it's a pretty large campaign game. It is a heavy little box. Not so little. I guess I'm coming off of having Frosthaven, so Frosthaven is kind of ridiculous in its size. Okay, what's the easiest way to get these out? Just tip it over. Alright. So here is actual Oathsworn core game set. It's like pretty much the entire game here together. The rest of this stuff is like just additional miniature things to pull out. I may do just a quick run over and see what the inside of this box looks like. I don't want to pull out every little thing, especially since this is the second printing. I'm kind of just showing off this, you know, getting the second printing box in with the all-in backing as well. We'll just see what it looks like when we open some stuff up here and flip through a few things. So we have the kind of iconic rat on the front. Seems to be the iconic character for Oathsworn, for this kind of boss battler that's going on. One of the main big baddies. So it says, warning! The deep wood holds many mysteries, and so does this box. Do not open any boxes, envelopes, or books, nor look at the faces of any cards or boards until told so. So the components you may look at immediately are both rule books, punch boards, miniatures and trays, player aids, ability cards, archetype cards, companion cards, might decks, all dice, player boards, free company sheets, and character sheets. To begin, turn this page over. Dun dun dun. So this gives you like a big run through of how to set it up. So that's all. That I always really appreciate. These are always really nice because it is confusing when you open up a big box. It doesn't matter how many of these you've done before. It's always confusing at first just to look through all these components. So we've got a lot of little mystery envelopes here. Not little. They're actually pretty big. And we have a bunch of miniatures themselves. Push fit design. So these guys, I'm going to be afraid to break them at first, but oh, okay. So yeah, little pieces just kind of like pop right off there. So if you want to change out a weapon that you've got later on, there'll be another arm piece that you can put there, which is pretty cool. It's one of the things I'm more excited about this game than anything is being able to change stuff on your miniatures. It's really cool. Yeah, the arms seem to just kind of wiggle out pretty easily. We've got quite a few characters here. Of course, this bear's kind of iconic too. It seems like for the series so far, from what I can tell. And man, it's nice that these are put together for you. It's a little confusing to see how the heck they pop apart though. You feel like you're breaking it. Huh, okay. Yeah, so like his whole weapon comes off there, and then you got the, I'm assuming, other things that'll just kind of swap into his place, but it looks like he's always set up to hold things two-handedly one way or another. Alright, so yeah, I can just kind of put these up here and get kind of a view what some of those minis look like. No, the infernal tape. Not the tape. Tape always slows you down. So these are some of the different enemies that we'll see here. Pretty well done. This these minis are like the plastic that they use is like, I'm not sure what exactly this kind is. It's like it's kind of got a light feel to it, a little bit of a chippy kind of feel to it. If that makes any sense. It's slightly different plastic than I'm used to seeing. Let's see, and then we've got lots of punch cards here, maps, tokens, flat. I'm assuming these are like, they've got the like so you don't have to use the miniatures if you don't want to for enemies. So there might just be some enemies that don't require miniatures. I've got a bunch of these packs of cards that I'm not supposed to look at, apparently. Lots of rule books. We've got the different player cards. Ursus Warbear in the top there. Yeah, this looks like it might be some kind of like a little roller or something. Like you put like things in it to. I don't know if that's just to hold chits, or that kind of looks like you might have something that rolls, and each one of these are rounded out. So that looks cool. Again, if you guys are familiar with the game, you're probably already aware of all that stuff. Here's some of the dice, so you can we can kind of get a little bit of a comparison here too for the dice that we got out earlier. They got a lot of different kinds of dice in here, so it looks like these special fancy dice here are, and compare, these are the fancier ones compared to these kind of just solid colored white, black, and yellow ones. Yeah, quite a bit of dice in here. We do have some metal dice too, which those look really cool. These actually feel like metal when I'm holding them. These are really nice. Really nice. Feel really nice in the hand. Very weighty. Feel like solid metal. So that's cool. Again, I have like no idea what all this stuff does. I'm going to be learning it when I get back from a trip. I'm going to be gone for about 2 weeks after doing this video, and I'm not going to have an opportunity to do this, just to get into it just yet. Yeah, lots of packs of cards. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull out too much of this stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid to pull it out because it says you're not supposed to, but I kind of want to just get a peek. Some more envelopes. Lots of little mystery envelopes everywhere. I'm going to pull out at least one pack of these cards though, just because I want to get just a feel of what the cards feel like. Get a smell of what the cards smell like. I don't know if you guys, I remember when I was a kid, I used to love getting like, you know, a new pack of Pokemon cards or Magic cards, and they always had like that print smell on them. Maybe I'm weird. Yeah, these feel nice, nice and pretty sturdy, pretty nice and thick cards. You know, no like special finish on them or anything, but they feel like they're not super flimsy or anything like that. Steal just a little bit of artwork from that picture here. I'm not even hardly looking at these. I'm just gonna go over the first few of them here, because I don't know, again, what I'm supposed to be able to see or not. So that's like how the main box is going to look when you open it. That's what you're going to see. It looks like there's nothing else special underneath. It's just really heavy with a lot of that card stock from all those cards that we're going through. Okay. Making the mess, making the mess. Okay, I don't even know where to put all this stuff. It's getting everywhere. So the secret box says you may open this box, even though it is so secret. Let's take a look and see what is in this secret box. Dun dun dun. So it looks like we've got a painted miniature, and I'm assuming this is maybe somebody that you have to actually fight. You can get a good look at him. I don't know. It might, maybe it's a character that you can actually play, but he's yeah, pretty decent paint job though on it. It's even got, like, if you look real close to, you can see like these little like runes and stuff kind of carved. Well, let's not get it focused on my face. It's kind of got like little runes painted into him too. So actually a pretty decent paint job on that guy, whoever he is. Mystery man, mystery box, secret box anyways. I guess this is technically the mystery chest over here. Let's take a look at the armory. See what comes in the armory. Okay. So these are all those little pieces we were talking about. Oh, it's even got some space. Oh, that's kind of nice. It shows you exactly what pops off and goes where. This little booklet here. So you can kind of see what you're working with the little pieces and where it can go on who. So that's handy. But it looks like they gave you spaces underneath here too to put things. I don't know, cards or whatever. Maybe it's for the characters themselves once they've been assembled, because they're not going to fit in the normal little holders once you've got different pieces on it. So they've got all the different classes here. shown so that you know exactly what pieces are going to what class, whatever class that you're using. Let's pull out the War Bears pieces because he's just the coolest looking character anyways. So that's pretty neat. He's got all these different things that can go on him, big hammers and whatnot. That's neat. Chain, big ball on a chain, rock on a chain, or whatever looks most polar bear like that you're going to use to fight with. It's a big scythe. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat though. I'm definitely excited to get through the game enough to be able to start switching out some pieces though. That's really cool. Really cool, really cool. All right, let's pop that back together. All right, and so let's open this final box here. This is the big mystery chest. Let's see what we got in the mystery chest. See what mysteries it holds. Okay, it's two big boxes. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and get these. Let's get these out here. Okay. All right. So these are about the same, almost the same size as the core box, the base set boxes. Let's take a peek into these mystery chests. I cannot remember. What did it say I'm not allowed to look at? Do not open any boxes, envelopes, or books. Whoops. Oh, whatever. I'm going to take a peek. Not even supposed to look at the faces of any cards until I'm told to do so. So, I believe I had, oh, okay, I do have another box that's got the train pieces in it. So, spoiler alert, if you don't want to look at this, don't look at it. Okay, well, alright. I'm not going to look at those because these are actually little numbered boxes. These do look a little special things that you're going to encounter. There's probably, feels like there's probably extra characters and things like that that are going to show up in this. But that's kind of what it looks like. I'm assuming that the other one is a similar situation. So I'm not even going to really worry about opening those. Again, you can kind of see the size. I've got the top of the box. Everything's all pulled out, so I don't want to throw it all together right now. But this is the core box here, the top of it. And you can see it will, like these mystery boxes would just slide into it. And so they're just a little bit smaller. But that's kind of what you're looking at for like the space that you've got on your shelf or whatever for all this stuff. Okay. But we do have one more thing to go through, and that is the terrain box. And this, I don't see any reason why we cannot look at it. got? So, I don't know. This is one of those things. This game's got so much miniature stuff in it, and it wasn't too excessive to get the trade box from what I can remember. But it might have been one of those things that I would pass up on, like Gloomhaven. You know, I don't really want all those miniatures. I don't. The box is already so big. I don't want all that extra junk to have to keep up with. This is already going to take up quite a bit of space on its own too. But I thought, you know, I looked at the way the terrain was made and everything, and since I hadn't got the game before, I probably was being a little excessive getting all this extra stuff with it. But that is a part of the hobby, is just having issues with getting too much stuff. Okay. So we've got the terrain box. A nice fart sound as you're opening the box. It's always nice. Yeah, so these terrain pieces did look pretty cool. You've got like a whole house in here. Let's see, this is probably taped together. We'll just add it to the stack. So these are some chunky pieces of terrain here. Okay. Yeah, so you got like a whole tree you can build. Looks like they just kind of slot right down into themselves. Well, I say that. Maybe they're keyed so that you don't put the wrong one in the wrong spot. Yeah, those might go on these sections. Okay, so these are like individual trees. Well, they've still got spots up above them though for something. These are big, heavy, chunky pieces of plastic. Well, I'm not going to fiddle with it for too long, but it definitely looks like there's something that is... Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Well, we've got two houses that I'm assuming you're going to use multiple times. There's not that many pieces that are coming with this terrain pack, but they are big pieces. So yeah, you've got a little, kind of little, whatever, cottage cabin thing. Looks like it might be in a dark, mossy forest. And these trees, you've got 4 of them. This looks like this is the top of it. Just some little gnarled, little, like, you know, ominous looking trees that would be in some dark, scary woods. So there's 4 sets of those, and then it looks like there's 6 sets of these walls. So that's, you know, this stuff's nice. I get kind of hollowed out in the bottom. All this stuff's kind of hollowed out. Even with it being hollowed out, it's still pretty hefty. But yeah, it's nice for the immersion effect. I'm kind of wondering how they reuse this stuff over and over again. I'm sure they have a way to do so. Yeah, that's. I think that's pretty much everything that I got in the box. There's, you know, some of the stuff that I was kind of thinking about, like while I was pulling this stuff out. Like one of the other things I might pull out just to show off some of the artwork. I know I showed just the top of one of these characters' cards. I might flip through some of this artwork. Gosh, there's so much stuff that says do not look at this. Warning, major spoilers on the back of this. It says major spoilers. So do not look at the faces of these boards. So we won't look at those, but maybe I'm not really going to know what I'm looking at anyways, other than just I'm going to grab the main character boards. Yeah, these. Yeah, it has that like little cover sheet on it, and then on the back of it's got numbers and stuff. So I think that's how we're going to protect ourselves from seeing the special secret stuff. I'll just do this on my front cam though, to show some of the artwork of the player boards themselves. So I know this front cam tends to pick up a lot better. Then on the back of all these, it also has like it shows what their difficulty rating would be, and gives like little background stories of each of them too. So that's pretty neat. It always adds to the immersion of the game. But yeah, a lot of really neat looking components, a lot of stuff to punch out, a lot of stuff to like sort and put away. Again, I'm unfortunately not going to be able to get to this until a couple weeks from now, but I am looking forward to learning it. Maybe while I'm gone, I'll actually read up on it and try to see if I can like learn the rules and watch some videos. But we're going to be going on a trip out west here for the next couple weeks, and I won't have an opportunity to pull this out with me. I've got one little box. Little game bag of games to take with me, and this one is definitely not going to fit. But it does look very cool, very neat. So guys, I hope you all found something useful out of seeing this. If you guys are getting, if you back the second printing, I hope it's getting to your doorstep. I hope that you guys are not going to have to wait for a long time to get what you ordered. I don't feel like I did. It's really nice when you order. I guess this was sort of a pre-order. It was kind of a back, kind of a pre-order. There was, again, a little bit of extra stuff I think that came with this one that didn't come with the original backing of it, as they do, when they're doing these extra printings and putting them out for crowdsourced funding like that. But this is pretty much what you're going to see, though, if you got the all-in set. So again, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys, found something useful out of it. Hope you guys are enjoying the games that you have. I really appreciate you all stopping by. Anytime I can grab your eyeballs to watch me ramble on and show off any kind of board game content, I always really appreciate when you guys stop by. And if you enjoy this kind of content, a couple of those free clicks on the screen really help support out channels like mine. But as always, do what is right for you in that instance. But thank you guys again so much. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Until next time, take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.